right, marijuana? That is the purpose of this meeting, ladies and gentlemen.
Marijuana is referred to as Mary Jane, pot, weed, or tea.
Man, Michoacan, man, Acapulco Gold, man. I even smoke that fat stick.
We're smoking reefer.
The realest thing smoking on the internet. The Podheads Web Show.
Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're in the cipher. It's your Commander-in-Chief, Frank the Tank. You're in the cipher with the Podheads. This is another hashtag Weed Wednesday. It's been a crazy one. I'm hanging with my very best bud here, JB Perez, and my bro for show, Big Ace.
Yo.
Don't be strangers, guys. Bring it in. I like to feel the warmth.
Get closer. Gotta frame me in.
Get a little closer.
So yeah, tonight has been a challenge to say the least. This week, this month has been a challenge.
Sure
we'll get into that later. But let me tell you, I have this night. We're starting a little bit late. We apologize. We've had some audio issues. We figured out a workaround, a reach around, if you will.
Oh,
Nice one. So anyway, it's episode 110. JB Perez, my bad.
That's right. No, what's up? You already know. He said it. We're the Podhead. Hashtag Weed Wednesday. We're live every Wednesday. We might be late, but we'll be here. Live on Facebook, Instagram. We love you. Twitch. WJHM102james.com, our radio station. We're there too. And yeah, man, let's do another great episode.
Big Ace in the house.
What's going on, everybody? You already know.
The OG.
The OG of this shit.
OG.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. Listen, it's gonna be an interesting episode. We're gonna talk some controversial stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But ultimately, it's gonna be a fun one, right? We're gonna talk. We got some interesting little stories about a woman getting arrested for having a miscarriage. Which is the crazy. That's the crazy one. But we're also going to talk some fun stuff. We're going to talk about a news station getting caught with their pants down on live television, quite literally.
I like it already.
And what else? We talked about some crazy
Religion,
stuff.
right? The Holy Trinity. That's what we're talking about. Porn, abortions, and religion.
Porn, abortions,
the
and
topics
religion.
of the day.
Yeah, so we like to keep it nice and safe here. Even keel on the Podheads Web Show. We don't like to disturb anyone. Right. Anyway, before we get this thing started, let's whip out our Weed Wheel of Destiny. Do this as we always do, ladies and gentlemen.
See how we're going to continue smoking because you already see it. We already started.
We had to start because this was driving us crazy.
He called it.
He did it on purpose. He sabotaged me. Spin that shit again. So earlier before the episode, I'm in the middle of moving right now, folks. I'm in the middle of moving. So earlier in the episode, earlier tonight, our producer here, Cash. Shout out to Cash. Shout out to the Division Studios right here where we're doing our thing, by the way. Cash, our producer here, said, "Did you bring the volcano?" And I said, "No, I didn't bring the volcano because it's in storage." And he said, "Well, damn, you should have left it here.
Because what if we land on it?
What if we land on it?" And we said, "Well, we haven't landed on it forever." And of course, tonight is the night we land on it. So we spun it again. We landed on edibles. I don't know if there's any edibles around here, but we're smoking blunts.
We're eating stuff too.
And we're eating
we always
all
got
kinds
candy
of.
around
So
in the Podheads.
what we got going on here is an assortment of all things you will find in a bodega in the Bronx
Hood shit.
or Spanish Harlem.
Look at that.
Back when I was a child, you walk into the bodega with $5 and live like
This is the holy grail right here.
this. Big Ace, how much did all this cost you tonight?
I spent $40 on all this shit.
$40 on junk. Bro.
Junk food prices are not what they used to be.
No, not
No, see, this shit right here used to be a quarter back in the day. They done doubled up on us. It's 50 cents.
Chips are $1 plus these days.
Yes. It's a
I remember you could go
shame.
into the corner store with 50 cents, get you a drink and a bag of chips and be chilling.
Yeah. So we're munching today.
Yeah,
we're
for
munching
sure.
either way you slice it. WJHM102jams.com. You can find new episodes there every week. We just put a new one up there this week. There's also other great episodes like the Tiberius Show and all that good stuff. So make sure you go there to check out all of our episodes, past and present. If you want to check out the podcast, if you want to listen to more of us, please go and just Google the Podheads Web Show. Accept no imitations. We're the only ones.
We're the only ones.
And whether you got Android or Apple or
That's
Google,
right.
you can listen to us wherever you get your podcast.
Siri, let me listen to the Podheads, and we'll show up.
Exactly.
There you go.
So we got some stories today for clickbait. Why don't we break out our clickbait? There it is.
And as great as we are to listen to, all you got to do is tune in on Facebook, YouTube, and everything. You get to see all this handsomeness.
Look at this, all this hair. I've decided not
It's
to
the
shave
camera.
for
It's
the
the
rest
camera.
of the year,
It's the
guys.
lighting, guys.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I like to get.
JB.
I'm a slow grower when it comes to the beard.
That's what she said.
Yeah. And so I feel like I got to get an early start on November.
Wintertime, you hibernating? You
Yeah,
getting ready?
I'm trying to stock up. Yeah.
This guy.
So JB, you grow hair like an Asian man.
Yeah, very patchy.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
no
missing
offense,
some
but just, yeah.
ball juice in certain spots.
And I grow it like a fucking grizzly bear.
Yeah. So we got
Everywhere.
all three
You can keep
stages
it.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Light, medium, and heavy. However you
Bear.
like it, ladies. Right here. Or guys, I guess, if you like bears.
Oh, boy.
And anyway. First story for clickbait,
They
guys.
transition to this.
Yeah, we're getting right into religion, kinda.
Let's do it.
Missionary.
Yeah.
What?
And not sex. Missionaries.
Oh, I thought you. Okay.
From here, a U.S.-based missionary group that are called thank you, sir. That I think they're called Christian Aid
Okay.
Ministries.
Yes.
Okay. They were in Haiti this week, and 17 of them were kidnapped from a compound.
Yeah, dude.
And are currently being held for ransom. I didn't even hear this. I'm sure this is national news.
No, wait,
but-
that's the
but
thing. It's not. I
This-
think
these
I
are the
saw.
hostages right here.
I think I saw this story on Reddit, and I was like, wait, what? Who's kidnapping who?
Haiti taking hostages now?
Yeah, that's
keeping it quiet.
and that's the story. I think.
They've been taking us.
Well, that
They're right now currently there are over 100 currently like some active hostage cases going on in
In Haiti
So
right
this
now.
is something they
Whoa.
do. Remember Captain Phillips?
Yes.
Pirates. Like this is something they do for a business, and it's mostly out of desperation. You know what I mean? But ultimately, they've taken these people who came to Haiti to help out with the earthquake victims and all that.
there's some
stuff.
other humanitarian stuff happening
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, and so basically, remember, they just assassinated a president
right.
few months back.
That's
There's
right.
been a lot going on in Haiti. There was an earthquake. So
Them
these people
Zoes
are
don't give a
there.
fuck.
Yeah, these people are helping them out. And so a gang, I forget the name. Let me see if I can find the name
so
of
it
this
is
gang.
a gang. I was worried
Yeah.
because Haiti.
400 Mawozo gang is the name
Wow,
of this.
that's such a
Yeah.
movie like name for a gang there. I was worried that this was like desperate people. You use the word desperation. Like if I was in a desperate situation where it's my life or death, I may abduct a missionary.
Shut the fuck up.
But okay. Do something, right? John Q. You guys remember that movie? That's your son. Do something. And he did something. I think I would do something.
Okay.
Like this.
Sure. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. My thing is this is not how you get help.
No.
You know, this is how you get the Navy SEALs on a freaking boat.
This is how you get
with
your
a
ass
50
whooped.
caliber sniper rifle. You know,
We don't
ready to
even
take
do
your
that.
ass out.
This is true.
We don't need to do that. Just listen.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
Take a couple grand, go in to fucking pay a couple crazy Dominicans in there, and it'll be over with in fucking 15 minutes.
I mean, it's funny, but it's true because they Dominicans and they don't get along very well.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Ultimately, things are buck wild in Haiti.
Crazy.
They're demanding $17 million, $1 million per head, basically.
Okay.
There's
This is the first time that they've been asking for money like this. Before they've only asked for like $10,000 or whatever like that. So
Yeah.
this is the very first time they're asking for like a lot of money.
So
I think this is a go high, sell low type of thing.
Go high,
They know
Meet
they're not going
somewhere
to
in
get
the
$1
middle.
million a head.
You know what, though?
Are they going to get any?
Is that really that much money?
Well, they have been.
Oh, they have been paying. They have been
That's the reason
paying
why
it.
That's the reason why the hostage situations keep happening.
Ah.
They keep negotiating with terrorists.
What happened to that rule there?
I don't know.
Well, because-
Supposedly, the policy is that we don't negotiate.
But
with
is it the government that's paying them, or are they calling these people's families like,
I
hey,
think
you don't
that's
give me,
it.
Other
you don't give me
countries.
50 grand.
Yeah.
I'm
think
gonna
that's it.
kill your
These
fucking
being
nephew.
missionaries, we know the church has money out the wazoo. I'm sure they can find money to pay a ransom or two.
I guess the idea is just pay them, get our people back safely.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't consider that. That's a good point, Cash. That other people are making it hard. By appeasing these kidnappers, they're making it hard to deal with these guys because they're just, all right, well, we know this is a way to get money from people, so we're just gonna
Do it.
keep freaking kidnapping folks.
They'd be fucked up with me.
You're not
Because-
paying?
Think about this.
My
All right,
bad.
if you kidnap my kid, you tell me you need to give me $1 million to get my kid back. For half of that, I could get motherfuckers like the Expendables to go in there, take these motherfuckers out, and bring my kid and everybody else
Not
home.
a bad
Fuck
point.
you.
Not a bad point. There are some special, mercenaries out there.
Listen, they don't make those movies up out of thin air.
by
There's
themselves.
motherfuckers out there like that.
There's fact. Yeah, it's me
By the looks
being.
of some of these commercials, you might be able to hire some of those actors from the Expendables.
Listen,
go out there
where's
and find
Dog?
your
Where's
family.
Dog the
Sly,
bounty
Sly,
hunter when you
listen.
need him? You know what I mean?
Sly, I
Like,
need your help.
Dog the bounty hunter. Listen,
Call up,
I'm in their
call
shoes.
Dolph Lundgren and Mel Gibson. I need
Film
help.
this movie.
They done got my kid.
Yeah, you're working for cheap these days.
Haiti, like many places in the world, is desperate. It's a gang, so I don't feel bad. You can't get help this way. But how else are they gonna help? They're not getting help except for missionaries. You know what I mean? Who's helping? I know the United States
but
is not.
they turn around and fuck over the people who went over there to help them.
Yeah, exactly. So now what?
Yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword. But
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't
I'm
think
sorry.
them motherfuckers don't realize that if we really wanted to, we could go in there, get those people, and they wouldn't even fucking know about it yet, and you never hear from these fucking
well,
gangsters
they're
again.
already working on it. The State Department, from what I read earlier today, is already in the process of planning, in the planning phase of figuring out how they're going to handle this. So, I'm sure they'll give these guys an opportunity to try to,
Do the right thing.
I guess, right? I don't
Yeah.
want to be all America.
Yeah.
I don't want to be all freaking America, charge in there and kill everybody.
Where are these missionaries from?
They're from, you know what? I can't remember what's Utah, right?
Oh, they'll be back home
This
soon
reminds me
enough.
of Rambo. The guy.
You got a bunch.
They got
You got a bunch of white folks being held in Haiti by a bunch of black folk. They're gonna bring them home quick, fast.
Send the drones. Listen, we
Like,
gotta go to break. When we come back, we got more ridiculous stuff to talk about. We're gonna talk about a girl that got arrested, 10-year-old that got arrested for drawing a picture.
What?
In her school. We'll talk about it when we come back.
Softies.
You're in the site with the Podheads.
Yeah.
The Tibia Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator bites. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com. Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com. Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855.
The Tiberia Show would like to thank one of their dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering to trophies and awards. The cool part about Custom Designs is they can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373 and tell them that
Tiberius
sent you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're in the side with the Podheads. We lit over here. It's in more ways than one.
Worst blunt ever.
We're having fun. JB showing off. Zoom in on this blunt for a second. This took JB 20 minutes to roll, ladies and gentlemen.
I think what I need to take, you can't really see this. It's just
Get it
not
closer.
very
Look
good.
at that fucking
I
piece
don't
of shit.
quit. And that's
No, keep the one. I'm going to put it. Oh, that's just way too close. But yeah,
Even blurry, it looks like shit.
it's terrible. It's like
listen,
breaking apart.
It took 20 minutes.
Listen, that
because I
shit,
don't.
somebody's going to choke on it. Weed going to fly out the other
It looked
end.
like he rolled it on a roller coaster.
Looked like he rolled it with his feet.
That is
On a roller coaster.
that is another challenge right there.
On a roller coaster.
coaster blunt wrap. Listen, it took 20 minutes because
try.
I don't quit. These terrible wraps, these leaves are just terrible. Your hands get sweaty.
You mean the same wraps everyone else rolls wonderful blunts with?
I'm sorry. I roll perfect blunts with blunts.
Mr. Perfect over here. Listen.
Yeah, Cash rolls a pretty
He
excellent
does.
blunt.
They
It
are
looks
very
like
perfect.
it looks
if
like
it
it's right out of the
smokes,
package.
it works.
Yeah.
If it smokes, it chokes.
If it smokes, it tokes.
Oh,
Hashtag.
man. Hashtag. Don't steal that shit. That's ours, man. Anyway. We got another story for clickbait. Go ahead and hit that button there, Mr. DJ. Clickbait, you heard it. JB, this is a crazy story.
Clickbait!
A Hawaiian woman, a Hawaiian girl, 10-year-old girl, okay? The daughter of Tamara Taylor, okay? This happened in Hawaii, which is obviously here in America. Don't forget,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, was arrested this past week. Was taken to jail, put in cuffs, driven to prison, and driven to jail, and interrogated by police, all without the consent of her mother.
Here we go.
Why?
Lawsuit.
Why? Because she drew a picture of a girl that was bullying her in her class. And because she drew that picture, the girl's mother called the freaking cops.
Oh, my
Brought
goodness.
it to the school's attention, or brought it to the school's attention. Excuse me, brought it to the school's attention, and the school, I guess, based on the request of the mother, called the cops.
First, okay, you know what? being a parent, I'm going to play devil advocate and be like, I might not like that, but I'm not calling the cops. Like, I'm not calling the cops. Like, how are you the cops and go to a school and arrest? You said put in handcuffs and arrested?
Yeah.
Did the picture show her killing her?
No, I don't know.
I
It
think
don't fucking matter. It's a picture.
Yeah.
You don't take a 10-year-old who just barely found out what right and wrong is to jail.
And she's I don't know if it's indigenous or whatever, but she's complaining. She quoted her saying she expressed concern about being African American. So, it's another race thing that they're bringing up. Now, I don't know what the race thing looks like in Hawaii, but ultimately they feel like they're a little targeted here.
Would I be going out on a limb if I asked, was the mom that wanted the kid arrested white?
I have no idea. It doesn't say that in the story. I will say that
it feels very Karen. Okay,
feels Karen as fuck.
It does. And again, I'm gonna take her side a little bit and say, I'm flabbergasted because it's the wrong direction. You see bullying. Maybe the bullying thing is a real thing, and maybe as that parent, you should bring it to the attention of the schools. But to call the cops, like if I'm the mother,
she's not bullying. She's drawing a picture of the girl that's bullying her. So this is a little black disabled girl who's just a little 10-year-old girl in school. She's being bullied by this other girl. She draws a sketch of the girl that's bullying her.
Oh, that's even worse.
And the parent complained to the school and insisted that the school call the police.
That's 100 times worse.
No. So the school, they called the police. And
to the kicker.
then when the mother showed up at the school, flipping out, asking what the hell's happened. The school officials detained the mother in between two classrooms, held her there.
Trapped her.
So the ACLU is suing the state and the school board for $500,000.
There's gonna be so much sue money happening out of this. Bro, what is happening in this world right now? Like, what? What? Like, I can't even. I'm like, this story is mind-boggling to me. Having a daughter who's could be about that age to think that, okay, bully situations do happen and pictures are drawn, but unless that picture was showing her stabbing her in her neck, you know what I mean?
Like a
some
date check.
Even if it
I am
was.
going to kill her today. It's a way overreaction. Way overreaction.
Is this an overreaction or is this like
way overreaction?
Well, the crazy shit
use
is
that word?
The crazy shit was when I was reading about it is the shit they charged the little girl with is not even an actual crime. It doesn't exist. It's not on the books.
Oh boy,
they just made some shit up so that they could arrest her.
I wish I was a lawyer because I would go to Hawaii right now and take this case. Like, how can you take someone to jail and not charge them with anything? Like, under a fake law? Like, what?
Yeah, it was some
Please
bullshit.
tell me it was like using the wrong skin color or some shit on the pictures. Like something stupid.
No, I have no idea what the particulars from it was.
Bro, this story.
The ACLU has already taken this
Please.
case. This is a big deal. They are suing, like I said, for $500,000 from the Department of Education and the
police department. Like,
I would have to, you know what? I would go to jail myself. If I
Yeah.
found out that that one of my 3 sons were arrested now for something that undeserving, mind you, undeserving, and maybe even deserving, just depending. If I found out, at least without my knowledge, that my child was thrown in handcuffs, they said the little girl. Think about this: a 10-year-old girl had handcuff prints on her wrist. Think about that for 1 second.
Oh my!
So
goodness.
imagine your 10-year-old daughter, brother, sister. I mean, I have a 9-year-old son. I couldn't imagine. Why would you have to put this kid in
Right,
cuffs?
like what? Where's the danger?
Even if the dickhead cop was trying to prove a point.
Walk her ass to the fucking car. Like, what's the... It's such an overreaction that it's like, yeah, everybody getting sued. You're getting sued, you're getting sued, you're getting sued, and you're getting sued for just being around. Oh, and you're sued for everybody. And then you held me against my will between 2 classrooms. I'm telling you, bro, this story is wild. And me having a daughter, it just makes it more of a notch for me. Like, what? Yeah.
Oh, that's somebody's ass.
Yeah. I would go to jail and I would sue, and it could be a lot worse.
How would
than
you
that.
handle this if you were the other parent? Like,
Karen
so if you feel that somebody's drawing nasty pictures about your daughter, would you ask them?
Do you know the details? Do you know the details? Is it my daughter?
I
that's
don't know
bullying it?
specifically.
I wouldn't beat my daughter, but if she's the bully,
my thing is, the first thing I'm gonna ask is, why the fuck is this person drawing pictures of you?
Why?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Maybe ask the school, why are they drawing pictures of my kid? What, like, what?
Get to the bottom.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But you know,
People want police to do everything these days. Somebody freaking threw something out of my trash. Call
well,
the
because they
cops.
don't want to be parents. That's
Right?
the problem.
Somebody threw trash on my property.
Yeah.
Call the cops.
Does it like eventually become a police accountability issue at that point? Because like they have a choice to be like no.
Yeah, exactly, right?
They have a choice whenever a person goes up and be like, hey, there's a black guy walking down my neighborhood and that's suspicious. Be like, no, that's not, ma'am. Shut up and hang up on them.
Well, it happens all the time. It happens all the time.
Making a false report.
That's what they need to do. They need to start arresting these motherfuckers when they make these false reports.
It's their own accountability.
Yeah.
That I blame the cops on that kind of shit.
Because let me tell you something.
It happens all the time in certain areas. In certain hoods, they always say it takes forever for police to respond. They always say sometimes people don't take the report serious. But in certain people, and Karens, usually the kind of population that bitches and complains and tries to cancel people, are the people who are more affluent, a little bit, ain't got nothing more to do, a little bit older. You know, these people support the police. These people vote. And so the police appease them.
Yeah.
Police are the ultimate managers.
Yeah.
I hate
terrible.
it. I hate this story. It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's
All over the place.
bullshit.
Everybody getting sued.
Somebody would definitely have hell to pay if they didn't put my baby through
Not
that
one
bullshit.
adult, not one cop, this is probably not the
I'd
best.
to jail myself because I'd probably want to fight the cop.
That's-
I'd be upset. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'd say one thing. That other kid that got my kid arrested,
and arrest me, but
somebody's daddy getting their ass whooped.
Oh, man.
ring the guy's doorbell.
I'm just going to ring his doorbell and just knock him out on sight. That was for my baby.
Yeah,
Unbelievable,
shit, bro.
dude.
Yeah, dude. It's absolutely a problem. I want to keep abreast of this because this is something that I feel like stories like this are happening way too often in the media. A few weeks ago, there was a guy who was a deaf man that was arrested because the police were shouting at him to stop, and he couldn't hear them, so they started tasing and beating the hell out of him. And instead of apologizing to this guy and sending him on his way, they still put charges against him. We just talked about Elijah. What's his name? The young man who was killed because he had
Elijah McClain,
yeah, he had the headphones. The police all got caught charges, by the way. All the police officers involved in that, including the paramedics that showed up on site and gave him ketamine, have all been charged, which is
they're all getting charged with murder, baby.
So, but the point is, again, another person that cops just run guns ablaze and not even trying to understand the situation before they go.
Do better, man. Yeah, do better.
So,
cops,
crazy. The training, whether you call it training, whether you call it just weeding out the bad ones, it's spread out even across the United States. It's happening everywhere. This is what was this, Oklahoma? No, this was Honolulu.
Yeah,
it's Hawaii, for Pete's sake.
It's on the SoFi, not even in the Continental
Elementary School.
Unbelievable. It's you said it. You said the word cancel culture. It's just the not society, but it's cool to be called 911 for stupid shit. It's cool to be a Karen ass. Like, stop, bro, stop. Take a moment, take a breath before reaching for your phone and wanting to fight somebody or trying to get somebody else in trouble. Take a second and analyze the situation.
The first thought is
teacher,
the phone,
principal, cops, other parent. Like, you are all adults, and this happened. You said it was disabled, but turn this shit to another notch like that. I'm suing everybody. Everybody.
You didn't hear about the paraplegic guy?
Look, come on.
The cops would order him to get out of the car. This guy's paraplegic.
I can't.
He's telling them.
They drag him out.
And they dragged him out of the damn car.
Yeah, bro. It's happening way too often, and it's happening everywhere.
Oh, man.
So, not saying cancel police, defund the police, but sweeping changes need to be made across the board.
Better training.
Yeah, bro. Better training, whatever the hell you call it. I think there needs to be a federal guideline. I think there needs to be a federal standard that everyone needs to. There's a federal standard for firefighters. There's a federal standard for, doctors. There needs to be a federal standard for police. These are the minimum standards based on mental health, based on education. I heard, and I know we got to go to break, but I heard an advertisement for Orange County Police Department saying, you don't need a degree. You don't need to be a certified police officer to apply. Now, granted, they're probably not going to, I would hope they don't hire somebody who's not at least certified trained to be a police officer. But they don't, the standards that they have is freaking low as snakes.
Down here on the floor, man.
Yeah, bro. Like, I want at least a 2-year degree out of a police officer. We got to go to break. I'm going to say your last piece.
Well, I'm just saying, this is the only fucking country where you could become a police officer. And all you got to do is go to school, go to some class for like 6 months or whatever the hell it is. Everywhere else, you got to have a degree, you got to have years or whatever. It takes longer to become a barber than it comes to be a cop. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. On that note, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some booty on the news.
Oh, booty news.
Yep. Michael, everyone getting it.
Law.com.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
Wait, you are not Chuck.
My dad can help when people get hurt. He loves to help.
If you are ever injured at work or in a car accident, you should call my friend Chuck.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
That website again is cwsmithlaw.com.
Offices, Orlando.
Does it actually have that much W's?
Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community and serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties, contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org. Aw, Dad, my computer's slow again and I can't play my games.
Call Your Computer Solutions today and we will scan for viruses and clean that computer up remotely and make it fast again. Our phone number is 407-826-0810.
Thanks, Dad. My computer's fast again. Now I can do my homework. Thanks for calling Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810. Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com.
The CIA ain't come and get us.
Candle.
You can't cancel us, bitch.
Welcome back. We're the Podheads. Big Ace over here telling us how he really feels about Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm sick of that shit. Mark Zuckerberg and his bullshit.
Yeah, so we got to notice in the middle of the stream, or at least Big Ace got to know. Big Ace, by the way, is a predicate Facebook felon.
Yeah, they gonna put me under that bitch next time.
Three strike. Yeah, Big Ace is been in Facebook jail many a times. This guy
too many for nothing, for bullshit.
Yeah, so he's a lifelong career criminal on social media, and so they're watching him. He's like on. He just got out, and he's still on like
on the
parole.
Yeah, you're on parole.
Parole. They watch him. I got to check in every 30 days. Got to piss in the cup.
Yeah. So.
Gotta make sure I gotta show them pay stubs to make sure I'm working.
Funny,
and
but
shit.
it's true. They're
watching.
Shit.
So he tries to share the show, or he's sharing the show, and I guess I don't know. It stopped him and canceled it on him. I don't even know if we're live on Facebook anymore, but
hey, we are. We are.
Okay. So. Yeah. All right, cool.
Well, no, they fucked with me because I shared the show.
So Big A, so I'm saying they're watching him. They canceled his stream. Saying that we're sharing
live on the Podheads.
Saying that
well, it's not even me. It's just
I
shared. Oh, it said. Oh, excuse me. Shit. It said you attempted to share private, intimate imagery.
That's what it said.
What private, intimate imagery are we showing?
Cock and balls?
Ain't nobody fucking or none of that shit.
Nobody's kissing. Nobody's balls. Nobody's.
Ain't nobody bucket naked.
I think they're just. What is it? All your accounts are done.
Mike said all your accounts are over.
Yeah.
Canceled.
Bro, you know they actually like my first Instagram account. They straight deleted that motherfucker.
Wow, they did it for you.
And I didn't do anything.
You
I didn't even know what the fuck it was.
It's the potty
they
mouth,
just
bro.
straight. Blah.
Yeah, they don't like.
We're gonna have to bleep the hell out of this shit for certain things. It's the potty mouth, bro. They don't like people using. And I'll tell you, listen, I am all for do you, right? As long as you don't hurt nobody else. And when I mean hurt nobody else, I don't mean hurt nobody's feelings.
Fuck your feelings.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not going down that path. But my point is to each their own, right? If it makes you feel good to freaking dress up and act like a cat or be considered whatever the hell you want to be considered, I'm all for it. But my point is accept the consequences that come along with it. Listen, if you want to be like a playboy your whole life and have multiple kids with different women and not settle down, accept the fact that all your kids are going to hate you one day. You know, if you want to be somebody who's talks shit and like has a free speech, you got to accept that some people are going to try to silence you. And sometimes you use words that are trigger words, my friend. Trigger words, my brother.
Keywords.
That that are unacceptable. Now, again, I wouldn't dare try to censor you, but you know that those words are unacceptable on social media these days.
But that's the thing, I don't use them. Like those trigger words.
Yeah, take it to the tape.
Listen, I stopped using those years ago because of that stuff.
You said something about eating a penis with HIV on it like 5 seconds ago.
AIDS is a trigger word now. It's real. It exists. What you want me to do?
Big Ace, that's hilarious. Yeah, you're a perpetual felon.
You can't say, man, fuck that. Hey, I didn't wish he gets it. I just told him to eat a dick with it on there. That's not guaranteed he's gonna get it. There's a good chance.
It's a good chance.
That's great.
Hey, listen, let's not sit here and pretend he don't deserve it.
On that tip, let's go ahead and
clickbait.
He said tip.
Go hit that button, sir.
Speaking of tips.
Oh, there's the man's voice.
Whoa, okay. I see the story here.
So, CBS affiliate KREM2 in Spokane, Washington got interrupted with a 13-second freaking clip
gooch?
while this lady right here, let me see if I get her name, Michelle Boss, she's a meteorologist. She's doing the middle of her, report about the weather, and all of a sudden you got an ass cheeks.
She said, "I'm a meteorologist, not an astronomist." And what the fuck's this moon doing in there?
That's hilarious. So yeah, in the middle of the street for 13 whole seconds, and
That's a
nobody's
nice long
reacting. Nobody's
Nobody's tripping, except for the people at home watching.
13 whole seconds, and tripping is right because people, Karens, they call the police.
911 right
Call
away.
the police.
They're trying to get these people charged. They're trying to get
911. My sanity, my holiness has been offended.
My virgin eyes, my child.
My child, right? Is
Little
you
Timmy's
going to
gonna
jail.
join a street gang now.
Are you kidding me?
Do heroin.
Right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was 13 seconds. What damage?
13
I mean, that was a
seconds
long
of porn.
time. I'll give
Let me
it
tell you
that.
something. 13 seconds of good porn is all I need.
My question is, the only question.
13 seconds is all I need.
Sometimes that's more than enough.
That's funny. That 13 seconds is a long time when you're looking at
When
porn
you're
when it's not supposed to be there.
Cloudy
Okay?
with a chance.
Yes.
And then it's just like one,
Cloudy with a chance of balls.
So where's the producer, right? Obviously, it has,
That's my question.
yeah, right.
Well,
First
he's
of all-
probably looking at something, right? He's probably saying, all right,
got
do
it.
this, get ready to do that.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden he's like, sir, oh shit.
Why
7
is that
seconds
porn on his computer?
That's
Why is it
somebody.
even access
That is
for
the
that
thing.
fuck up to happen?
It's a full screen, so it makes me think it was on purpose.
That's the on purpose, you think so?
It was full screen in the background on
What?
a TV monitor.
Did he want to get fired?
No.
'Cause that guy
my
had to get
theory-
fired.
All right, my theory, yeah, he had to have get fired. My theory is, all
way he
right,
kept
you
his
know, you got your computer that you're running, and sometimes these guys have the little hard laptops they take with them. Maybe it's all set up on a, probably all set up in station, okay? But the dude that sits there and edits, and he's back there
that's
messing
his
with
desk
everything.
or something.
No, that is her. That is the little news thing. The little
Yeah, the
box.
little window that
The
comes
little
up.
window they put up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, it's not a TV.
Picture in picture,
It's just
yeah.
picture. Oh
Yes.
my god,
It's
you stupid idiot.
Yes, it's like the little story that comes up when
He
you talk
fat
about.
fingered
Yeah,
his own porn on it.
yeah, so it's like
Imagine if I was born.
he had a tab open. Exactly.
Exactly.
If Cash was porn, basically. He's
Like,
just pull your
why would
ass
someone
out,
do
Cash,
that?
real quick, so
that
we
is
can.
unbelievable.
Yeah. So that's 13 seconds of that while we're trying to tell the weather. So.
That's a long
It's
time.
extremely
911. I'm
distracting.
calling 911.
So basically, there you have it, and
That's crazy.
people are freaking tripping. My theory is the guy had like porn in like a tab,
Sure
another,
did.
window or something,
Sure did.
and he probably
Listen.
went to like, oh shit, let me close out my internet
That
and pop,
shit-
boop, oh yeah.
That shit should have been long closed out. That's one of those mistakes that can't happen.
Oh man, yeah,
Yeah,
that cannot
bro.
happen at your work.
You don't watch
computer.
porn at work, dude.
On my phone, maybe,
Who
but not
does
on my
that?
computer.
I wouldn't even watch it on my phone because their
no.
Wi-Fi, they can check
That's
all the
true.
shit you've been at
That's
on your
true.
phone.
Incognito mode
Yeah, they
don't really
can.
work like that, y'all. Remember?
He got caught.
No,
Now we know what happened.
I didn't get caught. I was just curious if you could.
Okay, so this poor dude or woman, who knows, or whatever, got their porn caught up. Should they be fired for that? Is that bad? Is it that bad?
That's
Spokane?
bad taste.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah, he's fired.
I'm not saying I can't say whether he should or shouldn't, but he
definitely did,
got
yeah. He
fired.
probably should.
If he hasn't been fired yet,
Would
he
you have
will
fired
be.
him?
I think
It's
you
the
have
media.
I got a problem, boss.
I gotta
I got a
fire
problem.
you. I gotta fire you. But yeah, I have to fire you, man.
Well,
I feel for the guy.
Well,
He
when
made
you
a
got
mistake.
8 million people calling in and bitching, somebody's got to go
You
down.
ever made that mistake? You ever opened your internet browser in front of a family member or pull your phone
absolutely.
out?
At my phone out.
Yeah, you're like, oh
yeah.
shit! In front of-
You ever be show?
Oh, hold on. Let me just.
Hey, you ever be showing somebody a picture and you scroll too far? Be like, oh shit! Yeah, no,
that
that's
too.
not good.
So exactly, but you're at the
Yeah, this is fucking
media.
terrible.
You can't mess this up. You can't mess up the meteorologist thing. Like
Yeah.
you can't do this on the news. This can't be
On
a
purpose?
mistake.
Is this a way you quit? Is this
Hey,
like a,
that's what I was
is this
gonna
like
say.
a clever way of
If it
quitting?
was,
The big fuck you
Big
to
up.
the company.
yes.
That's kind of
You know what? I'll take that. If it is, big ups to
It
you.
was an
sir.
ass, mainly.
Great resignation.
Right.
Oh, listen. The girl at Walmart telling everybody to go fuck themselves has nothing on this guy.
You know, there's a thing now to quit that way, in a social media grandiose way. You know, through text now. I seen a Reddit talk about people quitting through text in real, different fucking weird ways. Yeah, kids these days, bro, they don't give a F, bro. They quit. They curse you out. They take a shit on. I saw a Walmart guy took a jug of milk and poured it on himself in the middle of Walmart. Like, what? For TikTok.
To fire?
Like, no, not to
quit,
fire. I'm just saying, it's just a generation just don't give a F.
Listen, I see far too much stupid shit everywhere. I sit there and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, look, why do people do this?
People aren't any different than they used to be. And people, I'm sorry, I'll let you finish your point before I interject. Go ahead.
No, I guess they just do it for attention now. It's a little crazy.
Sure.
Like,
clout chasing.
I was sitting at home and my girl showing me a TikTok of this dude who came home early from work and he's trying to surprise his girl. I'm thinking, oh, she about to get caught, fucking or something, right? And he goes in and this chick is dressed up in some weird outfit and she says it's like a catfish. And he looks and he's like, is that an OnlyFans? And whatever, and he freaks out. Well, after some digging, she found a video of the shit the chick was doing. She had a green shirt and a green screen, and she's just singing like she was singing Little Mermaid songs, dressed as a weird fucking fish. And she had a following on OnlyFans where people paid to see her do that stupid shit.
So she green screened herself on a Little Mermaid, and that was her OnlyFans?
No, she green screened herself into a fucking random ass ocean. And she had her face made up to look like a fish. So when she sang, it looked like the fish was singing. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
Listen, people are weird. Not allowed. People have always been weird. I'm telling you, I said it one time. I said it 1,000 times before. I said it before. I say it 1,000 times again, Danny. I'm high. People are the same. Yeah. Generationally, we're the same. We're weirdos. But now everybody's got a camera. Remember Tom Green? Remember Jackass?
Yeah, sure.
That fucking
people were doing dumb shit like this for a long time. I did dumb shit like this when I was a kid. I didn't have a camera on me. If I would have freaking definitely did some shit. And
well, we should have got you a fucking camera. We could be rich by now.
We're just recording a lot more of our fucking lives. Yeah, that's what it is.
Exactly. Yeah. And so all the freaks are coming out.
Well, motherfuckers couldn't afford video cameras. Now, the shittiest cell
your
phone has a video
every
camera
phone,
on
right?
it.
Listen, you know what this means? You're not alone. There are a million other people who like the same shit you do. If it's green screening your ass in a mermaid suit or, porn. You know what I mean? Like, you are not alone.
Yeah. On that note, we'll come back and talk about the real story. It's the Podheads.
Yeah.
The Tiberius Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator rights. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com. Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855. Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community and serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties, contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org.
The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of their dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering to trophies and awards. The cool part about Custom Designs is they can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373 and tell them that
Tiberius
sent you.
There's a challenge for you. You're back in the side with the Podheads, folks. I'm trying to, in between the break, eat this freaking gummy worm as fast as possible to get back to break. Not working, but we landed on edibles. We're eating all kinds of crap here. Anyway, guys, the real deal, or what the main story, what we wanted to talk about, because it's kind of controversial.
Hell yeah,
right?
It is.
21-year-old Oklahoma woman right now was convicted of first-degree manslaughter earlier this month after having a miscarriage. Brittany Pula, there she is right there. $20,000 bond. First-degree manslaughter. She's an indigenous woman, right?
Yep,
Out
Native
of
American.
Oklahoma, Native American. So she, pregnancy advocates right now are currently trying to get her out. But ultimately, she had a miscarriage. She had a multitude of issues with her. But according to the police report, the child, during the autopsy, the child and the mother both had methamphetamines in the system. So they filed charges at her for manslaughter because of taking the drugs. Even though the advocates that are representing her argue that there was a slew of issues with her that could have contributed to the child, the miscarriage, that it wasn't.
You can't
prove that it was just the methamphetamine.
Yeah, and I think that's the key word. I mean, if we're talking about convicted, she was convicted. How can you prove that the methamphetamine use was what led to this, to the baby being, aborted or miscarriage?
Is that what they said? Did the autopsy or something say this is what did it?
The autopsy, if I remember correctly, what the coroner did say that methamphetamine was found in the baby. That's all he said.
But they didn't say it was the cause of death.
Correct. The courts decided to roll with that and convict her of manslaughter.
Exactly.
That's ultimately the real problem here.
They decided that.
Somebody,
the district attorney decided. Not using science, not using testimony from or recommendation or testimony from the coroner. They looked at the coroner's report and decided, she's a freaking meth head. I'm putting her down for this.
Again, man, you gotta do better. It's bullshit,
And of course, a Native American girl in this particular area, if she's a minority like many who do not have the means to represent themselves adequately, right?
They get railroaded.
So it's pretty obvious that she got railroaded. I mean sounds like a hell of a conviction. We're hearing about it after conviction.
Yeah,
this should be national news beforehand. We hear about it after, and so now all the hard work needs to begin of trying to reverse that.
National news.
You know what I mean?
It
doesn't get the help when she needs it.
No, we too busy looking for lost white girls.
Hey,
it's it's not the law. Like even the law, the advocates say it's to be charged for a crime against the unborn fetus. It's 20 weeks. If you want to go by the law of the land, the book says 20 weeks. This was 17 weeks.
15 to 17 weeks.
15 to
Absolutely.
17.
No
So
more than
here's
17.
another notch of why this is a BS conviction. Right? Again, let me just say this. I'm not giving her a pass. You gotta know better. You gotta do better, Miss whatever her name was. Pula. You're pregnant. You're using methamphetamines. Like, you got issues.
The problem
but to get caught for manslaughter, nah, bro, that's not right. She's a user. She needs help, not to go to jail for a crime.
4 years. 4 years she was sentenced, by the way.
That's the biggest problem. Because if you're a meth head, you're strung out, you're not worried about whether you're pregnant or any of that shit. You need a fix. The problem is, instead of helping these people, we're putting them in jail.
Yeah,
because
we make
instead
them the
of
criminal,
and that's the biggest problem we have with drugs. How can, like, my thing is this? Yes, it's illegal, whatever the case may be, whatever the hell you want to say, right? But how can you fucking once you get to a point, people, when you're addicted, you know, I've dealt with addiction, not personally, but people close to me. They don't give a fuck. They're not thinking straight. This is a sickness that, and people say, well, yeah, they brought it on themselves. Cool, but once they're there, they can't control it. Sure. They have no control over this shit. It takes hold of them, and what we need to do is help these people.
Yeah. Let me argue this side of things. I don't want to absolve her of any guilt in terms of the methamphetamine definitely didn't help keep that baby from dying. You know what I mean? I'm sure that one could probably intelligently argue that it contributed. But I'll say this. Police, the state, the city, and I'm just arguing this point not necessarily because I believe it true in heart, but somebody needs to at least say, it's up to these people to seek help. It's up to these people and their families to seek help and get help. I'm not sure if there's always programs. You said it. We have dealt with addiction in our family. It's not as easy as it sounds to just go check yourself into a freaking clinic and get clean. Not. It's really, really, really not. I myself we as a family have spent days, weeks calling all over the state, all over certain parts of the country, trying to find a place where you could get free help. You know, because most crackheads don't have health insurance.
Right. And that's the biggest problem. Because you can't help people when all the programs is, if you don't have money, crackheads don't have money.
Bro.
Drug addicts don't have money.
Right. There's no money.
So it's not the easiest thing in the world to get help, but ultimately, you're absolutely right. You got to do better. If you know you're pregnant, you gotta attempt to get some kind of help. And maybe she does. We don't know the whole story behind it. Like I said, I don't want to just let her off the hook. As being a pregnant woman using drugs, I don't want to let her off the hook, but at the same time, you know, it's a 100% valid point. I agree with you. The system for helping people who are sick in this country is broken. Yeah. And most people who are on methamphetamine, she's not a criminal. She's not out there freaking pimping or selling drugs. She's a crackhead. And somebody like this needs help.
Exactly.
So throwing them in jail for 4 years, I don't think is the answer.
The DA, how did you think this was like a win? Like, you are not following the law. Like, you have to follow the law. 17, 20 weeks. You can't prove that methamphetamine. If the juries, if this was a jury thing, what are they presenting where they all agreed that she murdered manslaughter? It's 20 weeks, right? That's what the law says.
24 weeks says they can, be viable outside the womb.
What did Texas just recently say? I think they said it's 16 weeks.
Oh, they brought it back. Yeah, they brought it way back.
6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yeah, they brought it way back. Because a heartbeat. They said at 6 weeks has a heartbeat or something like that.
They trying hard, man.
And look, and I don't want to get into the argument of whether abortion is right or what is considered a life or potential or anything like that, because that's not what we're trying to freaking talk about here. But ultimately, it's a sad case. Is that how we're going to freaking treat people in this country? It feels like a trap.
Yeah, dude, that's what Texas is trying to do.
And Oklahoma, and here in this state, in Oklahoma, you got to believe, is that how they're going to treat everybody? We talked about indigenous people. We talked about people of color not getting a fair shake.
It's money, bro. It's money. Because if I had a lawyer,
don't matter if you're black, white, or brown.
If you got money, you got a good lawyer. This case would be like that tomorrow. I would go to Hawaii right now and take that case because I have money. You're going to get the best lawyers because you would win. Like, if you have the money to properly represent yourself, you can beat the system, quote unquote. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. But you can beat the system with money.
Yeah. And unfortunately, there's not enough of that going around
for us.
Not for the little people. Not for the little people. So, 4 years in jail for first-degree manslaughter, that's kind of hard to deal with. I mean, maybe she takes an opportunity to get clean. I don't know. They are appealing. Her lawyer is appealing the case. But if her lawyer couldn't win the damn case in the first place, I don't know what.
If it wasn't Oklahoma, if it was New York, California, more of the progressive states, quote unquote, she wouldn't be in jail. And I think that's very safe to say.
Sure. The problem is, you know what I mean? The jail system, the way it's set up, man, they don't, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you hope she's going to get clean.
Oh, it's
how many people go to jail and they come out worse than when they went in? They come out looking for that fix because
Jail doesn't rehabilitate
rehabilitation is
anybody.
Yeah.
Plenty of people go to jail and come out a bigger piece of shit than when they went in.
So you're gonna send a woman who just had a miscarriage, and I don't know what kind of connection she had to this pregnancy or how she felt about it, but she's 21 years old. I'm sure she's not a criminal. She's a freaking meth
user.
addict. She's a user. She's sick, and now you're gonna probably turn her into a criminal because let me tell you, being in jail. It's probably not a fun place to get clean to go without a fix because she'll probably sit in that jail for quite some time, and local county jails are not equipped to deal with that kind of stuff.
Well, it's not just that.
She's not going to get the medical help because coming down from like being dependent on drugs like that is you can have medical problems.
Yeah,
you know what
legit
I mean?
health.
And
problem.
she just had a miscarriage, so I'm sure this girl's going to need some.
I'm not even thinking in terms of this. I'm thinking down the line. She's 21 years old. She just got convicted of first-degree manslaughter.
Yeah.
What job is she gonna get when she gets out of jail?
Sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Where's the help?
You think anybody's gonna sit there and because now it's not like she's gonna get an interview where she could sit there and say, "Look, I was in a bad point in my life. I was on drugs. I had a miscarriage. This is what I was charged with." Where somebody could be compassionate and say, "Well, damn, you know what? Let's give her a chance." No, all they're going to see, manslaughter?
You gotta check that felony box. You got to check that felony. Have you been convicted of a felony? Yes or no?
Yep.
Yes.
All because she was stupid and did drugs while she was pregnant.
And there goes 95%.
Not saying that it's wrong, but her life is ruined.
Yeah, it's definitely a much harder life.
So what happens when she gets out of jail? Can't get a decent job, can't take care of herself. What's going to end up happening? She going to end up getting strung out, messing with drugs, or trying to figure. God forbid, hopefully she gets it together and gets her life together. But they definitely didn't make it easier for her to do that.
Yeah. And I don't know if she's a member of the Comanche Nation. So this might not be like American justice system as we know it, right? So that's something that we need to consider because these people, I believe, have their own jurisdictions, if I'm not correct.
Okay, so yes, they definitely do.
You're on
So apparently from what I'm reading here is the Comanche County, she says she's a member of the Comanche Nation, and according to the Comanche County Detention Center, she was sentenced on October 6th to 4 years. So by a jury. So I'm imagining, I'm imagining that this is happening by the Comanche Nation, right? This is happening by their, she's being tried by her people.
That's what it sounds like. That doesn't change my feeling about it, but that changes kind of everything because we can't fuck with them. Like we knew that from the beginning. We can't. They do their own thing. They've always done their own thing. They have their own set of laws. Okay,
that's a whole nother thing. We hear about this all the time. Being brutal on their own people. And listen, there's shows about it. There is like people going missing, right? We talked about this. Indigenous girls, Native Americans, young men and women going missing on these reservations, on these lands, on these tribal lands. And because our police aren't really necessarily welcome or cooperated with, and because we kind of let them do their own thing. And I'm not saying we shouldn't. There's a lot of muddy water involved.
Yeah, there's a lot of not good stuff happen on some of those reservations. That's a touchy subject because I mean, fuck, it sucks. But what are we going to do? Like, I get hyped up about the feds and the police because I feel there's something we can do about it. We need to do about it. I'm not Indian. I'm not Native American. They have their own ways, laws, all that stuff.
I'm about to offend people.
Am I though? Like, I really have no platform or no point of view because I'm not part of them. I'm a minority in this country, and I got plenty to say about the police and our government.
Yeah.
But the fact that this happened sucks. But what can we do?
What's to be done? I don't know
what's done.
Yeah, I don't know who you can't.
Who can we call? Right.
I don't know who you can appeal to. I don't know what the legalities
no
on that.
So tribal land or anything.
We gotta look up that. We gotta look that up and follow up on that because that's interesting.
That is very interesting.
I think we gotta get out of here. I think we're up against it. Yeah,
perfect.
So we are, guys. Thank you for sticking with us. And we
Definitely.
appreciate the love on social media, the interaction. We really, really do. It's a struggle just like everybody out here. We had some technical difficulties, but we got the job done. So I appreciate you, JB Perez, my man here. WJ Chum with 2 Jams, Big Ace.
Yo, what up? Thanks for checking in.
Appreciate it.
See y'all next week.
Hashtag
See
Weed
you next
Wednesday.
time.
Peace.
Peace.